as King Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can.
Hello, my Cudi. Asking Radio is here. Tell everyone you know. The wait is over. 98.5 Speed FM.
Catch us if you can.
It's been welcome to the show for everyone. This is Extra Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. And I am King James YiYE this morning, as always and as usual. I'm not alone.
Mmemshima King.
Jennifer Ikbila.
Right, so on Extra Speed, it's nothing new to you that we always talk about society through the family, which forms the nucleus of the larger society. So this morning on Extra Speed, we'll be looking at step parents or step parenting. Just say step parents if you like. Now, what is common around here is I think a lot of people know stepmother more than even stepfather. If there are stepfathers, nobody talks about them, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so we'll be looking at this. And you, if you've got any experience, not speculations now, you can call 08084 275464. That's 08084 275464. 08084 275464 if you want to contribute on step parents. And if you've got any, or if you've seen any, and no speculation, then you can let us know as well. Now, that's the number to call. We're also streaming live on YouTube. That's Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi on YouTube. Subscribe and then just click on the notification bell, that bell there, so that when we're streaming, you will be aware that we're streaming. If you're following us only on Facebook, you can come to Facebook as well and be able to see us live. If you click, it will take you to the link on YouTube. Step parents, that's what we're looking at on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi on Extra Speed. Okay, let me ask, like we've mentioned a bit of this before. Why do people give stepmothers particularly a bad name, Jennifer?
Anytime this topic comes up for discussion, I'm always in the picture because I have a first-hand experience of a step-parent. My dad got married to a second wife when my mom was no longer available. Yeah, so if I want to talk about my
what
experience...
What do you mean no longer available?
She wasn't there. She's not dead. She's not late. Yeah, but she wasn't available.
Okay, she moved on.
She moved on, yeah. So while my experience is totally different because I've only watched in Nigerian movies that Patience Ozoko was always wicked as a stepmother, Yeah, so for
Even
my
as the mother-in-law, she's
Even-
just wicked and everything.
yeah, she has always been that. It's very harsh.
I think before we just go on further, Alamashagodobi team actually, we decided to ask, so as not to confuse people, we just asked them what they think about stepmothers, on assumption that a lot of people don't even know what stepfather is, or in this, our society, it's like a lot of people don't stay with stepfathers. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
Most
the
women
ratio
don't
is
marry.
actually
Yeah, most women
low.
don't marry and take children that they've
kids.
had elsewhere
Yeah.
to someone else's house. So yeah, Memshi, let's listen, and then we talk. As step parents, but we're asking people what they think about stepmother.
Stepmothers generally, to my side, they are not good to have them. It's not good to marry plenty because most of the stepmothers didn't necessarily care about the other side. Because if you have them, they care about their own side, and the other side is as if they abandon. They make the husband abandon the other side, most of them. But some of them are good though, almost all of them. Some are good. So, but to my own side, generally, I don't think it's good to have them. It's not good at all. It's not good at all. If you want to marry a wife, marry just a single wife and maintain on that one, don't be going here and there. I don't advise people to have involved in such kind of marriage. It's not good. It's not acceptable to my own side though.
He doesn't sound like somebody who has experience,
Yes.
but he just believes it's bad.
Yeah, because life happens. Nobody fixes themselves in whatever situation. You didn't plan that you will get married and remarry again. Yeah, so circumstances happen that are beyond our control that lead to some of these decisions, like getting a second wife or so. But from my experience, I've had a good stepmother. So while others are that wicked, mine is a totally different story.
Yeah, but Memshi, when you hear people like this, as I'm saying, he doesn't sound like somebody who is experienced.
But
He's
he
just
doesn't buy the idea of having another woman or a stepmother or whatever they call it. He doesn't buy the idea at all. He believes that you should just be with one and
yeah,
one.
but you see, my problem is for people like this. Am I the only one thinking that he doesn't have experience? He only just feels
he
it's
doesn't
bad.
have experience. It's
yes.
what he has seen.
Yeah.
He doesn't have experience. He's judging based on assumptions and hearsays. And yeah, because if you're in the picture, you know that though there is bad, there is still good. Yeah, so he's just weighing it on the bad side.
Yeah.
Because he's not in the picture. Maybe his family, he doesn't have that.
Yeah,
But you
perhaps.
also hear him say they are good ones.
So yeah, because
But
yeah, but he
then
didn't
he-
emphasize on the good.
his judgment is just on hearsays.
Obviously. All right, step parents. Unfortunately, we'll be talking more of stepmother. I think one of the reasons is apart from the fact that Nigerian movie portrays stepmothers as very bad people, and not only in Nigeria, unfortunately, the people
even
have
movies,
yeah,
Cinderella stories and all of that. So I
Yeah.
think children grow up with that belief in their head that anything step, it's bad, So
who even brought the name steps up. Let's listen to more.
In case of stepmothers treat their stepchildren badly. Their stepchildren are treated badly. So me, if I'm to rate stepmothers, I'll rate them 5/100.
Wow.
Alright. Just as I said, growing up as a child, we introduce our children to all these cartoons, Cinderella story, just as I said. So if peradventure they now have a stepmother, they're already being defensive already without even knowing if that woman would actually be like that or not, So whenever the woman portrayed a certain behavior, they would just assume, we talk calm, that kind of a thing. So this
But
whole
you see,
thing
from my experience, what I've seen around is that some mothers are really bad, if you like, to their own children. So somebody else treats their children even better.
That's true. But if it's your own child and you treat your child a certain way, they would accept that it's training. But once it's not your child, that's not training, that's wickedness, So I think that's why
I
it's
think that's what the
pathetic
problem
with-
is. That's what the problem is, because I've really seen mothers that have treated their children badly. They don't even care.
Yeah.
Even in the public, you are like, some other counselors are more like even teaching them how to even feed a child and all of
Then
that.
so imagine that kind of a mother being a stepmother.
Oh.
So if she's trying to discipline a stepchild, it would look like she's maltreating.
Yeah.
Whereas
We have
she
a
would.
caller, yeah.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Jennifer, King James, and the other. I don't know your name again.
Morning.
Good morning.
Who do we have on the line?
morning.
Mmemshima, yeah.
Yeah, this is Mr. Gabriel Ombogus on the line.
Okay.
Gabriel Mbogos, morning.
Oh, yes. It happened that I have the experience of stepmother.
Good or bad?
Very bad, very bad.
Let's hear you.
When I was growing up, when I was growing up, I discovered that my dad has two wives. My mom, she's the first wife, and the other woman, she's the second wife. But as my growing up, there was a lot of crisis at home. Crisis from the two women. The other woman, even though my mom, she's not taking alcoholic, but the other woman, she's addicted to alcohol. Honestly, anytime she took that thing and she entered house, be a lot of problem at home, lot of crisis at home, to the extent it really affects the children, the children. So she showed that a kind of, the children of the other woman, were not her children, and it's only her children. So the thing now, I cannot try to divide the children. So if I look at my immediate brothers, that's my younger brother, my elder ones from my mother's side, if not them, the other ones are not my brothers or my sisters.
Yeah.
So till we grow up, we faced that challenge till my dad died. We were thinking it will stop, and some of us will grow up, we now left home. As I'm talking to you up to date, that crisis is still happening, even though my dad is not there. I could remember just a recent, I lost a younger sister from her side. What come out from her mouth is it is we, that my mom and her children, that kill her sister, I kill her daughter. Because that time my mom, she was with me in Lafia when that incident happened. I was in Makodi. I had to travel to Makodi that day to Akwanga. When I reached Akwanga, we did everything. We buried her. But she didn't say anything, no. My mom, because of her illness, I asked her not to go till after we finish everything. Then after that, I now asked my mom, okay, you can go so that at least go and greet people at home, whatever. As my mom just step her leg at home, that woman say, you don't chop my daughter, finish, don't they come back, ba? It was a kind of serious crisis at home. So I don't advise stepmother, somebody have two wives at home. Even my second coming to the world, I will never allow it.
Okay.
So that is my experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, but you see, I really think, should we say the bad ones are in the minority?
Yes.
Paddy?
I think the bad ones are more.
Yeah, the bad ones are more.
The bad ones are more.
And
And
the good ones are less.
like Gabriel's experience,
Yeah.
this whole issue boils down to the man you're married to. If it's his body language first that will even give any woman the right to maltreat.
So you are thinking the man should be in control?
When he was alive, he wasn't able to manage the family.
Well, he may, but
he wouldn't always be around. That's why you see we have stepfathers, but people don't talk about them because it's still the mother that would be there to take care of the children. The man is not always present like that, you know.
No, but if a woman doesn't bring another child to your house, you're not a stepfather.
I think I have seen an incident where there was a stepfather, but you know, he wasn't always at home. So is the woman still taking care of her child? You know, so the man basically is just to come home, eat, ask about his children, you know, then that one will be there, but then
nobody cares about
you know. So
you know, in a family where there are crises, when this crisis come to you, how do you handle it? Even if you're not available, how do you judge this? Are you always taking sides? Okay, this is the last wife, I prefer her, and so those things they stay They stay and
yeah, somehow you are not wrong. I think you are not wrong somehow, because in most cases, or few cases that I've seen, some fathers too, when it happens like that, they take sides. They try to protect what you are not sure about. I don't know. I shouldn't be saying my own experience here. Should I?
If you wish.
No, my own will be my own will fly too much. Okay. So I have a stepmother.
Okay.
Should I say it?
If you want to share your story.
No, you guys should tell me what I should say.
if it's good, you can say
If it is good.
yes.
If she
There is always a bad side.
if she's a good stepmother.
If
No,
you're
she's not. Unfortunately, she's not.
Okay.
So I shouldn't say
Let's
it.
just leave it. Let it slide.
Okay. If she is now, I don't know. But she wasn't when I was growing up. I was in SS 2 already, but the experience was not good. I was mature enough not to suffer in the hands of, but the experience wasn't good. So where she also brought that thing, sometimes they don't know, but she was from a polygamous family. She's still there. My father is dead. My mother is dead. So that's why I don't want to say it. Let nobody here go and say King James sat on radio and would say you are a bad woman. But she didn't treat us, well. Few things like sometimes you actually wonder. I think this is just about human beings. It's not whether they were married as second wife or third wife or not. Even if they were first wife, they will find a way of doing certain things. I think that's what I think. It's not about their position.
It's not.
So in SS2, for instance, and we came home and she cooked and the soup finished. You asked my younger one to go and ask her for soup. She'll carry, there is this water that when you put your hands inside the water when you are molding luam, pounded yam. So she will now carry that water and pour inside our soup plate. Guys, let me not say. Okay, step parents, and unfortunately we're emphasizing on stepmothers more because we are thinking that most women don't bring those children from another man to somebody else's house. We have seen just very few cases. So unfortunately, stepmothers, please, if you are good, just be taking the bashing. 08084275464. That's 08084275464. It's step parents on xTRa speed, and we listen to Alamashagodabi before we move on.
All right.
Right.
I can't really say much, but from experience, from what I've seen from on news and other homes around, depends on the character of the people involved. Some stepmothers are nice to their stepchildren and they harmonize with their co-wives and they build a good home. While some stepmothers bring division to homes, try to create disparity between the stepchildren and that of hers because of maybe want of fighting for property or attention or what, one way or the other. But for me, that is my perception about stepmothers. They varies. Some are good, they build good homes, while some have negative energy and it leads to disunity among the family.
Negative energy. As I was saying, you see, he has tried to put it side by side, and he has tried to, from experience on the news and all of that.
Like you said, it's about one's character. Yes, once you have that empathy or a good character, you love peace. You have human empathy. You can always try to treat others right, irrespective of whether it's my child, it's my stepchild, it is even a nanny. So you just learn how to show love.
Right.
So some women actually, they lack these virtues. So the character now translates to being just wicked to other people once it's not from them directly.
Right. So Bernard Wedikpa on YouTube says, good morning, Mmemshima King. Good morning, Jennifer Ikpila. Good morning, King James YiYE, the radio wizard. This is an interesting topic as always. We have a caller here.
Hello. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, everybody in the studio there.
Yeah, who do we have on the line?
Engineer Sunday Akpa.
Okay.
No back on the talking.
Okay, go ahead.
Step parents.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I think my father was not a simultaneous polygamist, but he was a successive polygamist.
Okay.
In other words, he didn't marry more than one wife at a time. No, when one died, he married another one. It was a successive polygamist. I didn't know my mother. When my mother died, he married another woman, and the woman was excellent. She took care of us like her own children on a very serious note. She did that. Incidentally, that one didn't have any child for my father.
Okay.
She also died. And the other one my father took. The story is not so good. Thank God I was already in the high situation there, so there was nothing he could do to suppress me or suppress my brother. So, generally, in our place, in Nederland, people, the character of stepmothers are so bad that people even need their children to depict it. You know the kind of it, I'll call one name for you. Those who the listener will know. We give name to our daughter's son. They call Enegache. Enegache means other people's mother, not your mother. So say Enegache or Kwoko. In other, you see this pottage when you cook it. After a breeze will blow it and the top is cold. If your hand inside to burn your hand. That's how other people's mothers are. That's why they call it the Enegache or Kwoko. They look cool on the surface, but this side, wonderful. Fire. You understand? So generally, they don't have good character, but there are exceptions, like I told you. My own stepmother was excellent. Seriously.
The first one.
But she died in 1978 when I was in Form 5, final year in my secondary school. So that's how it is.
Well, thank you
very much.
Thank you for
so
contributing.
much.
So, yeah, one of the reasons again that you mentioned, like maybe watching Cinderella and other stuff, is do we also think that some come and maybe their intention was to be good, but maybe when they see one small character from the children that are already programming their mind, especially when you are meeting grown-up children already.
Children at home, yes. You know, the children are already being defensive already. So any little thing. You see at times, maybe the woman is trying to correct the child, you know, and once the dad is home, they would go and report. So it depends on how the father would also react to the woman, because some men, they'll go like, oh, because it's not your child, that's why you're doing this. And meanwhile, it's coming from a good place in the woman's heart, you know. So that's what would now make the woman, she'll be like, okay, I'm not going to say anything. Whatever these children want to do, let them go ahead and do it. You understand?
Have a caller.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mmemshima King.
Oh, good morning. What do we have on the line?
I don't want to mention my name today for some certain reasons.
Okay.
But, as a regular caller, I think you may know who is speaking.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I watch you on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
And, when I saw the topic, I was like, wow, this is an interesting topic. You know, talking about step parents. Me, I grew up as an orphan.
Okay.
And my experience is so bad to the extent that my stepmother, even we, that you know, we will go to we'll go to hunting, and when we come back from hunting, it is we that provide the meat in the house. But when she cook, until her own children will finish eating before we can be able to see food to eat.
Wow.
That was how bad it is. And to the extent that my own elder brother, when he got married, the woman got angry. Say, why my elder brother get married before his own last son, who was senior to my elder brother, of which the man, you know, it was his own effort that he got married, but this one was so angry. You know, we had a stepmother that was very wicked to the extent that at some point she will not even allow us to eat in the house, doing all sorts of things.
So in all of this, who was your? Okay, your dad died.
He was an orphan.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad died earlier before my mom.
Okay.
Yeah, so we grew with
her,
and that was the reason why some of us could not be able to, you know, continue living in that home because, like me, I step out at the early stage, and today I'm where I am today. And the funny part of it is that most of our children who she was beating her chest for, many of them, I'm so sorry to say this, many of them, some of them died, and about 7 children, it's only remaining 2 now.
Wow.
And most, even the remaining 2, I can say I'm doing better than them. You understand? So that is how God does His own things.
All right.
These parents of a teen is very, very, I don't know what to say. But
anyway, you have said already. Thank you, Anonymous.
Anonymous caller.
Thank you, Anonymous.
They say whatever doesn't kill you makes you strong.
Yeah, exactly. In his own case, yeah, probably it made him to leave home early, as he said. So that's why they say one disappointment.
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing. So, but I want to defend. I've seen really good stepmothers, but it looks like they're in the minority. So
they are.
What is the issue?
They are. Even once something is not your own, it's difficult. Even there are some aunties. There are some aunties that are very mean. You know, let me give my own story. So I met my stepmother when I was 11, you know. Before meeting her, they already told me how bad she was, you know. But I wanted to meet her, you know. So going to her place, she welcomed me well. When I came home and I was down telling her, she welcomed me, like she poisoned me, you know, that it's not normal and all of that. Even the food she gave me, that she poisoned me.
For you to think she's good.
Exactly, that she poisoned me and all of that. They packed palm oil and gave me and all of that. You know, but along the line, it's quite like this woman wasn't wicked. You know, she was just a nice person, but it's just their assumption that once something is a stepmother, she's just automatically wicked. But I think much later, everybody now knew that, okay, they were only just assuming because she was our cover-ups and, you know, she would talk to our dad and all of that, that some things he's doing doesn't really matter and all that. She was more like a mother to me, you know.
So obviously, sometimes it's about perception, right?
Of course.
But then people also have experience or really bad ones.
Yes, they do.
Unfortunately, I had to say this, but I had said it already, like what the last caller did. I suffered those kind of things too. But the only thing is I was already in SS2. My father was there teaching, but sometimes you don't even know why this is happening or
but
why
do you
it has
think
to happen.
It might be maybe the woman, the where she's coming from, her background, at times it will affect them too, you know?
Yes, that is what I said. Like in our own case, where she was coming from, obviously it looked like because the family was polygamous, and maybe not all polygamous families are bad anyway, but it looks like they already carried that fight, an accumulated thing that this is how it's done. Otherwise, we didn't do anything. We were there. Our mother was not dead. Only thing is, wherever my father was teaching, once he came back from the army, my mother would be doing her own thing in the village, which is our own village. So at those places that my father was teaching, you know, he never, you know, she was only visiting us. So she was there, but a woman that was doing her own, you know. So it was something like, you just brought it because we didn't, you know, I'm not saying I am here, but we're just good children. From my father's training. Anyway, step parents. So nobody has experience of a child of another woman growing up with the second or third husband. And all right, if they have, they should call.
Yes.
In the meantime, we were so unfair. We asked only about stepmothers. I think the reason is because people here will not even understand who a stepfather is.
Stepfather is, yes.
You know, but everybody knows stepmother. With patience alone, Mama G alone. So we listen more.
All right.
Now, the simple truth is that naturally, there is no way you will take care of a child that is not your own like your own. So there is no way a stepmother will not maltreat a child that is not hers. So stepmothers will always naturally maltreat children that are not theirs. And then the simple truth of the matter is that having stepmothers is the basic reasons why there are a lot of witchcraft and frustrations in families, because there is bound to be competition. If a child that is not your own is doing better than your own children, you will be envious. Naturally, if a child that is not yours is doing better than your own children are not doing it, you'll be envious. So basically, stepmothers, there's always going to be a problem if there is stepmothers in a family, because there's no way they'll take care of a child that is not theirs, even like theirs. So it's bound to be there naturally. Yeah.
I don't believe.
Wrong notion.
He said it's a natural
Totally
thing.
wrong.
That you cannot take care of.
A child that's not yours,
your
like
own.
yours.
But it's so funny. What's making me laugh, or it's because these people saying stepmothers are wicked. Their own mothers are good. So let's imagine their own mothers being stepmother. Would they actually say their mothers would be bad?
They wouldn't say that.
Exactly.
So in most of the families too, those people who are talking, like if you have two mothers, one is step, the other one I don't know whether his stake is, and your father is there. Definitely, the other children would also think
Exactly.
your mother is not a good woman, and you too, you think the other woman is not a good woman.
Exactly.
Because I am looking at this situation and this scenario that perhaps your neighbor doesn't like you, doesn't like your children. She's not married to you. So if it is a human thing that maybe once it's not your child, you don't like them, then once you get into the house, maybe that's what he's saying.
Maybe that's
it becomes
what
natural.
it's a natural thing.
But that's the person's character. It boils down to character. Yeah, because if you have jealousy and envy in you, you will always not like others. But if you live your life free, peaceful, I mean, you can even treat, like I said earlier, your nanny. I personally treat my nanny like my child. Anytime I'm going to get something for my kids, I know that, oh, she's there too. Let me get for her. Yeah, so you will even differentiate if she's a nanny or my child.
But when we go to church, we see nannies. And
Yeah, you automatically know that that's
you know the difference.
you would know it. You wonder why. You know,
Yeah.
because those are human beings too. That's someone's child too. You know, but I don't know why people make it so obvious.
I think first thing is, where do you notice it?
The hair.
Exactly.
For me.
Yeah, the hair is what we notice.
Like,
But of course,
how is the hair?
It's
they
always
cut it.
and the way they'll cut it, Kai.
Okay, look, for my nanny now, when I brought her from the village, her hair was already low. So I said, oh, this makes it easier for me. So
you trim.
yeah, she's in JS1 now. Yeah, she came when she was in primary school, and now she's in JS1.
And in her school, they trim the hair.
Yeah, no, I think some people make hair there.
Right,
Yeah.
so that's the other notion. It may be bad. If you see on the Sorense and on the Wasense and on the Sotse, they are all siblings. But in on the Sotse, they cut hair to the skin.
Yes.
So, but these other ones, because she's in secondary school, these ones are still in lower primary or whatever. So if you just see them at a glance, you may think if you are judging by the cutting of hair,
it's true.
So that's why sometimes the things we just see from a distance. Yeah,
I think of even our fingers, they are not the same.
Yeah.
Why is the last index finger so short? Yeah, so these things are normal things. Doesn't mean you're actually maltreating them, but you're trying to.
No, let's be sincere. Sometimes, yes.
Yes,
In some
sometimes
cases,
yes.
they maltreat them.
But I'm talking about my own case. That mine is exceptional. Yeah. So why we actually have those very wicked ones that can't even buy slippers, good slippers for their nannies.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
If we want to talk about nannies, it's a whole lot.
It's a different thing. That's a topic. I think that's
Yes.
a topic. Let's look at step parents.
Yeah.
So, but step parents is not working here.
It's not working.
It's just about stepmother.
It's not working. It's really not working.
Yeah, because
Being
men,
a stepmother, it's
no, for stepmother, it's obvious that if you vote, that girl said it's 5 of 100.
Which
She
is
didn't
really
tell
low.
us. Yeah, it's an F9. It's F9.
But you know that there are some children that are very stubborn. The way they'll push you to the wall. But then let's look at this. When a woman that is not your mother beats you or corrects you with her words, I don't really think that's wickedness. It's when you start giving the child bruises on the body because that child is not. That's when I think no, that one is to the extreme.
Yeah,
you know?
physical assault, I guess, to a
That
certain
one is
level.
to the extreme for me.
Yeah.
But some children, they are very stubborn that you cannot wait for their father to come. You just have to correct them.
Okay,
you know?
extra speed, and we are not defending stepmothers because those of you who have had that bad experience, let it not sound as if what you told us doesn't make sense. It does. It does. You see, even though I didn't want to say my own experience, but you see, I found because we have to lead here when we are doing this program. It's just for the society and for the family to be better. So when we have experience, we try to share it. In my own case, very bad experience. Yeah.
But truly,
Jennifer and Memshi, they've got
good
very wonderful
experiences,
experience.
yeah. Truly, the ratio of good stepmothers is low. I can't even count. I've heard only bad stories. If I had not experienced a good stepmother, I'll also join the bad wagon of those that feel every stepmother is bad.
Every stepmother is a patience. All right. So 08084275464. That's 08084275464. Call now and tell us your experience. If you've had a good stepmother or a bad stepmother, just feel free to let us know. And at some point, if there is anything you think we can do to make society better, Alama Shagodebe is still here asking people what they think about stepmothers.
You know, biblically, we have been told that one man, one wife. So stepmothers is it's not advisable to have a stepmother, because naturally, man or woman, when I mean man, I'm referring to a woman too. We are jealous and envious. So when you have a child that is not yours and is doing very well, you are bound to be jealous or envious of that child. You can even go at length of maybe finding ways of eliminating that person. So, and I have seen situations where even entrepreneurs who are managing well but have two wives, the business tend to fold up within a little period of time. Why? Because the stepmom will say, ask the son or the daughter, it's also your mother's business, your father's business. Go and collect your own share. From there, instead of the business to grow and diversify, to grow, expand and diversify, it keeps going down and even fold up, because the capital is even not there, not to talk of the profit. And the main aim of every business is to make profit. So this is another point. And secondly, also the issue of strife and struggle and all that in the family, that maybe the family, they're having issues, because when you compare two things, you must like one better than the other. So no matter how you say you like your two wives, there must be one that you love more than the other one. And you cannot hide it. It will manifest, and as a result, the other woman will not be happy. So in a nutshell, to crown it all, I feel that we should go by the biblical injunction that one man, one wife.
Well, the first thing I always have issues is we're all Christians, yeah. But when people bring the Bible in as if we didn't exist before the Bible, that even cultures and ways of life should be like the Bible, then sometimes I have issues with that. That's just my first observation with what he has said. Every other thing he has said, maybe did you guys note what he's saying? Has he said anything new?
He didn't say anything new, but what he was saying is more like having two women, you shouldn't be sure that you will have success, because this one wants you to do this one wants the child to do this, so they'll be like fight and all of that, because I have to be seen, I have to be heard, in the family and all that. So that was what he was basically saying. So he was condemning the whole thing.
He's against having two wives. Yeah, but you mustn't have two wives at a time to have a step mother. Yeah, either your first wife is late or you're divorced or something.
Like in Engineer Pa's case.
Yeah, so the two women mustn't be present to have children share the step parent. The two people mustn't be present. So in his case, it's just about the man not getting two wives at the same time.
So emphasis is on polygamy.
Much
more than step mother or father.
Yeah. But from all the experiences we have heard so far, we've seen, like the other man said, he's an orphan and he grew up with a stepmother. For my own case, my mom was also not available, and then
alive.
Yeah, but then I am with a stepmother. Yes.
The experience is good.
It is good. And I have not heard about any other good experience. In short, all my friends used to be surprised if I tell them that, hey, this is not my biological mother.
They didn't believe you.
Yes, they didn't believe me.
So that's an exceptional case. You and Memshi.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, mine is not like that. Okay, 08084275464. That's 08084275464. Step parents. So for men who have accepted another woman's child, have you guys seen any experience? I've seen a situation where they don't treat those children right as well.
For men?
Yes. That is a stepfather.
Well, me, the one I saw, the man wasn't always around, just as I said. So, aside that one, I haven't noticed.
The ones I have seen, there's a way they beat you, there's a way they look at you. But my question has been, why did you accept
the woman?
No, and the child.
The child, yeah.
Yeah, that you know is not your child. So why accept and then you're living with the pain?
It's a rare case because if you look at xTRa, the musician, Ciara, and her husband, you see the way people like praise the man and they say he's like exceptional, because the way he has taken her son, as in, is just so loving, and as in the way people like, they always praise him. It's just something like that stepfather thing is not there like that. It's just only stepmothers. So I think it's a rare case for men to be stepfathers.
I've seen a good stepfather on my street back then in Boko.
Okay.
This woman had a child, a daughter, for somebody else and got married to this man. And they were always fighting. The woman had a daughter. And the stepfather was the calm person that was always coming through to calm the situation.
Okay.
And tell them, hey, don't fight.
Yes. Because she was a teenager as of when the daughter, that was the woman's daughter, was a teenager already. So you see this adolescent trying to misbehave. So they were always fighting. It was a stepfather that was always saying, hey, you should talk to this girl, you should teach her this and that. So that's a good experience I've seen.
Right. So stepfathers are hardly bad.
Yeah. Then I've read very terrible stories on social media. Yes, terrible situations where maybe the daughter is now grown and she's trying to do something.
Yes, those are the horrible stories.
No, for men, for stepfathers, that's always the wrong side. They end up marrying.
But you aren't saying it. It's like you're covering up for your gender.
No, what would I say? Their story doesn't necessarily make news. For men, that is always the thing.
So let's just say women don't even want to marry a man, especially when they have daughters.
Yes, or they don't want to bring the daughters close.
Because they want to protect them, So that's the reason why
every woman should not even bring.
No matter how the man looks like, he would be wonderful.
Except he's a pastor.
Even pastors.
Pastor, okay. Tavkasi Jacobs says, good morning, King James Yiye, Mmemshima James, and Jennifer Ikbila.
Good morning.
The roles of step-parents can be taken for granted. My mother died since 2005, and because my father is a polygamist, my stepmother, who is a barren, occupied my mother's position in my life. She ensures I lack nothing in school.
Wow.
May God continue to bless Mommy Eunice Dose Savkasi for me and my father.
That's nice.
I am Taker Jacob Savkasi, aka Shakes Table.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Teokola Samuel says, good morning, viewers. Another wonderful day with you guys live on YouTube. Thank you. Victor Blessing says, good morning, sir, Mrs. Mmemshima King and Madam Jenny.
Good
morning.
All right. So probably they are enjoying. No need of, boring us with that. Step. Somebody says there's even witchcraft.
Yes,
stepmother.
That's true.
And that's what brings witchcraft in
yeah.
Let's listen to this one.
Okay, thank you. My name is Imote Danko. A stepmother. If I hear that word, the first thing come my mind always jump, because I come from the lineage of polygamy. A stepmother is somebody who if he see his stepson, he will not be happy all the times. And if hearing that word, most of people does not know, we think it's something good. No, it's not good. A stepmother, I can define it as a jealous person. A stepmother, I don't even know the way I can call a stepmother and it can suit those such people, because they are not always happy. coming to the marriage themselves, when they are coming as a stepmother, they have an agenda before coming. And the agenda is that let their children be ahead of the other children of his other, the other woman that have already married there before. So when they come into this marriage now, their target now is like, okay, they will take over everything that belongs to that man and handle over to their son. That is all their plan.
So he's talking from his own personal experience.
The way he started, I knew that.
No, but already he said
authoritatively.
Yeah.
He's confident. He knows what he's saying.
He said that he's from a polygamist family.
And he doesn't have a word to actually describe them.
He says it's wickedness.
Jealousy. They are not always happy, you know. Wow.
But stepmothers, why now?
They don't suffer.
Why? Anyway, I think we have summarized this. It's about your character as a person, as an individual first.
Yeah.
So if you watch anybody who is a stepmother, who is a bad stepmother, perhaps where they were working, perhaps the families they were coming from, perhaps the people they were relating with, I think their behaviors were already naturally bad.
That's true. And I think at times listening to people outside, you know, because at times you might carry these children as your own, you know, but when you go out, that's why I will telling you the way you are taking care of these children, I beg, na person born this speaking, you know, and you are the one stressing yourself. And even for the children, at times when you meet your friends, in my case, when I was in secondary school, I told my friends I had a stepmother, and they were like, the first thing they said was, hey, yeah, you know. So I was like, no, she's nice. They were like, no, she isn't nice, you know, but I was not understanding why
and
they were
didn't even know her.
Yes, you know. So they were now poisoning my mind and telling me things that I'm supposed to do and all of that. So I should be more defensive and all that. And I was like, this doesn't make sense, you know. So at times you see that even when she because there were times that I was a little bit stubborn towards her, because when she speaks to me, I'm like, the way I react towards her and all of that. But the only thing is that she's so wonderful that she'll be like, why are you acting like this? Why are you behaving like this? You know, because she was that concerned, you know. So I started telling her, she was like, don't listen to your friends and all of that, because she's very good at advising and I'm open to her.
So the thing is about society as well.
Yeah.
Society tells you the wrong things. And when you are willing to listen
to it.
I see. So anybody calling to give us an experience of a stepfather, please do. Why is it that it's only about women?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Kizito Otile from Coca-Cola.
Okay, go on.
All right. I want to comment first on the issue of stepfather.
Okay.
Yeah, my uncle, who is late now, took a second wife, and then when she when she came in, she came with two. She came with two of her children. So when she brought them now, the man was taking all of them along. That is, his own children, real biological children, and then the stepchildren at the same time. So treating them well. And what happened was that along the line, his own children never indicated any interest to go to school. Hello, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then, but the stepchildren now indicated interest. He wanted to go to school. He tried as much as possible for his own children, you know, to also align themselves that way so that he carry both of them along, almost on his knees. But they refused. You know, said, okay, if you guys are ready, no problem. And that was how he trained them. And then when they grew up now, at the end of their education, when they grew up, at the end of the education, what happened was that they now told their mom that, hey, mom, I think we need to go back to our father's land.
Mm-hmm.
And that was how they took their mother away from
your uncle,
and left. So that is on the stepfather's side. I also have a stepmother on my own side.
Okay.
She was very good and kind to me. a couple of years ago, I was in Lagos State with her and my father, and then my mother with my siblings were at home. And then my father later died and left me with her. She was treating me well. In fact, when you go there, you will not see the difference between myself and her own biological children, although they were very little. But along the line, something strange started happening, which was very sad. You remember the story of Joseph in the Bible in the house of, is it Potiphar?
Yeah, Potiphar.
Were you sold into slavery as well?
That's very good. That is exactly what I started experiencing, because she was or she is a little, that she's few years older than me.
Oh.
Okay.
So
you get it.
No.
You get
this
it.
is wrong. This
Yes.
is wrong. This is wrong. And in fact, that was when I started.
Having
That
issues.
was when I started feeling having issues. Thank you very much.
All right.
I think I should leave it there.
All right,
Yeah,
it's okay. Yeah, you have said it
yeah.
enough. So,
Wow.
Okay, we can't say much.
No,
more
we
than
can't.
that.
We can't.
That's, but
Wow,
that's well, I don't even know. But perhaps she's not a wicked woman.
No.
Maybe she's not, because already, I mean, the formative years she did a good job. Well, maybe that's that one of those things. Anyway, so for the other stepfather, it's not a bad man. Train somebody else's children.
Yeah.
His biological children refused to be trained. Those ones, after receiving training here, they decided, okay, we need to go back.
To their...
And they migrated.
They migrated.
And that was that. 9 minutes to 9, extra speed. And of course, we're looking at step parents. But here, it's about stepmothers more. Let's listen to Alama Shagurubi.
Okay, actually, in my own thinking about stepmothers, they always show different between their children and the other wife children. For example, when I was young, I have a stepmother too. So she gave birth to 2 boys, 2 girls. Why my mother gave birth to only girl, and it happened I was the one. So I was not living with them. So each time I visit them in the village, the stepmother tried to show a difference between me and the children. At times when it was a little thing in the house, she would be trying to say that, after all, you are a child. It's my children that they are boys, that they will inherit the whole thing in the house. So the issue of the stepmother is always somehow is always it's not encouraging at all. It's not encouraging,
and it's not encouraging too.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Yeah.
So, but in most of these families that you hear women talking about inheritance, the people don't even have anything that anybody should inherit.
They have land. They have lots of land. Yeah.
So, but the land is going to be there.
And moreover, she's a girl, so I don't really think she would even want to fight for
exactly
that.
for land.
Yeah.
She's going to marry and go and form a family elsewhere.
Exactly. So imagine her getting married to someone that is very rich. What would you now see as a stepmother?
Welcome, my child. Extra speed and step parents. We are glad we've heard few stories from stepfathers too. But stepfathers don't have a story here.
They
it doesn't
don't
look like they have a story.
They are just in the background. You know, hey, I'm just a stepfather. That's
they
all.
don't even know if they're stepfathers.
Exactly.
If a woman has children elsewhere and as they're marrying you and that child does not even come here, you can't even call yourself a stepfather.
Yes, and I think I know of a stepfather. I just remembered now who the wife has a son, but the son is in the village, but he is taking care of the boy. But he said the boy shouldn't come close to his other son, so he should just be far. Yeah. So that's
but you see, that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing,
because it's not a biological child. So if that other one's parents are alive, or maybe not, but you just train them and they know you are not their father, so maybe it
but
goes.
at least you've done something.
Exactly. So I think women are protective and they protect.
Yeah, women are protective.
So they overprotect. Stepmothers
but I
overprotect.
think stepmothers, they have much responsibility because you're the one that you're going to take care of the kids, feed them, their clothes, and how they look.
Yeah.
So I think they have much responsibility. That's why most of them
show
they react like that way. It's more like I no send you message. You're not giving me the wahala. So that's what I feel, Shao.
Moreover, the man is marrying just you.
Exactly.
Yeah, unlike you're going to his house, so whatever you see there,
you are right.
His property. Yeah, so
yeah, right.
In this part of the world, most women try to keep their families aside, if at all they have. Yeah. Recently, one of my friends lost her husband, and the mom was telling me that anytime she wants to get married, she's going to collect the 2 kids so that the girl can.
You
see, she's already removing the kids from the girl's family. Makes it easy.
Yes, that's true. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Okay, extra speed here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. And we're just looking at step parents, but unfortunately the talk is more on stepmothers. At least patience has made them bad. So let's have this person.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Yes, good morning. This is Gabriel calling back.
Okay. Go on.
I want to keep on the stepfather.
Okay.
Every woman don't have that one, but I my uncle.
Hello.
Okay, Gabriel. Line is very bad. If you can call back, and tell us
what. There was something Jennifer said about love. I feel people don't give stepmothers enough love, even from the children. I feel even if she is wicked or mean, just try and show her love, and let's see how it would work out.
Yeah,
instead of you being
her
exactly.
And
exactly.
So let's hear this person.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Gabriel. Yes.
Okay.
So as I was saying, this man, he parted with his first wife because of infidelity. Then the woman has 3 kids with him. So
wow, Gabriel, it would have been a nice story to listen to. But okay, so we still listen to Mmemshima.
All right.
Okay, for me, I don't have a stepmother, but I think a stepmother cannot treat the other child, the child of another woman, the same way she's treating her own child. Even if she's trying to do it the same, as in the treatment should be the same, but there must be difference, because there is just no way a stepmother can treat a child of another woman the same as her own child. There must be a preferential treatment between the children. Thank you.
Thank you too. So if you ask her if she happens to also marry and another woman's children are there, would she treat them
most people, the first thing they will say is, God forbid I can't be a stepmother. That's the first thing they say. But I don't know why.
But what if she is?
Yeah, how would you treat those children?
Exactly, because she has already concluded it's not even possible. So if she happens to she wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's wrong assumption. We hear this one, we may not hear to the end, but maybe we'll try, or we'll take this call if it can last few seconds.
Hello.
Yes, hello, good morning, ma.
Morning. Who do we have on the line?
I hope I'm not online, right?
You are online.
I'm on air?
Yes.
Okay, please, can I have your private line? I want to call for a business. Sorry about that.
Okay, we'll get back to you.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, so stepmothers, stepfathers, stepparents, what should society do?
I think society, we should stop judging people. We should always provide solution instead of us judging. I think it would go a long way.
All right.
We should just learn love, show love to stepmothers, and stepmothers, you should just learn to accept your stepchildren as your child.
But people have said it's not possible.
It is possible.
All right. So stepmothers, learn from Jennifer's stepmother and Mmemshima's stepmother, and not from my stepmother. See you on Monday.
All right, bye.
We play the greatest music. 98.5 Speed FM.